Okay, maybe this time the volume will start out a little bit less crazy. I know it started out a little bit crazy before. And we have the new screens done and whatnot. The whole new begin adventure thingamabob that we have here. Yeah, the volume seems a lot better now, I believe. Should well be. It's gonna get loud right here. Let's find out. Yeah, that seems like a good enough volume. Let's transition on over. Let's transition on over here. Also, something that I didn't notice before during our last session that I'm noticing now. In our main game playthrough, Giratina was just like not there most of the time, but now Giratina is, and I don't know what changed, quite frankly. I don't know why that happened. No, stat. My goodness, it's a little bit, I put on this filter that's supposed to get rid of like the whole black dots all over the screen issue that I should have had on before and I didn't have on before, and whoops. But it makes everybody look a little bit blurry, is the thing. Because when we did our main game playthrough, we set up with emulator so it would get rid of like all the black dots that could appear all over the environment and whatnot. And there was some fix to that. You enable like something in 3D settings, and I believe I enabled that. But it also creates like a blur now. So like the last several parts with the whole last session where they had black dots all over the place. 3D settings. What if I turn off enable anti-aliasing? Then it goes back to that. Okay. And are the black dots still gone? The black dots are still gone. So the stuff that we had changed around, I guess it makes the edges of stuff like water there glitch out a little bit. Like some of the edges are gone, but we don't have black dots all over the place. That, oh, well, there's a few here and there. There's a few appearing, but you have to look closely for them. You have to look kind of closely for them. So, you know, it works out well enough, I suppose. So at the end of the last session, we kind of caught an Ariados in our Master Ball. That's what we kind of wound up doing. There it is, the Master Ball Ariados. Oh my goodness, I still can't believe that's a thing that we did, but alas, sometimes these things just happen. Sometimes you just need to catch a Spooter in your one Master Ball that you get in the entire playthrough. Sometimes you just gotta do that. So also the last time we got the villa here, and oh, did my berries grow? I have to go all the way around over there to get there though. I don't really want to do that, is the thing. So there's one main area here to this island that we haven't gone to yet, and that's up north here. It's over this way, the survival area. So I assume we get that way through here, and whoops, what? Watch, it's gonna immediately be an Ariados. I'm now realizing that Ariados only appear at night, so it couldn't even be. But if this was night instead of evening right now, imagine how funny that would be. So, like, painful funny. But, okay, so we can go ahead and put Akira at the front here again, because we're gonna want Akira to evolve into a Crobat when we get the chance. So this is a place that was sandstorming, right? Yeah, it's sandstorming a little bit. But yeah, Mr. Previous and Pokemon Platinum, and what's going on here? So when it comes to Pokemon Platinum oh, how the heck am I gonna do that? I need to, like, turn a corner fast or something like that. Several months ago, we wound up beating the game with our main game kind of playthrough of that. What sort of moves have you taught? That tells me how good you are. And it was earlier this week that we picked up Pokemon Platinum once again after 3 months, something like that, because I wanted to take a break from Pokemon Platinum after being the champion because I had a whole bunch of other games to catch up on. So we took a several month break, started playing some other games and catching up on some other playthroughs on this channel and whatnot. And oh, some of my moves are gone. I guess from like fighting random Magikarps, huh? So we started doing post-game stuff. So we made it to the whole post-game island here. Oh, we freaking won't flinch because of our thingamabob. Sweet. That's pretty nice. So we made it to the whole post-game island here. We got all the legendary Pokemon that can roaming. We did the Darkrai event and caught Darkrai, which is neato. And we've just been exploring around over here so far. Gosh darn, I need to do another one of those, don't I? Ow. So rude. So R-O-O-D, rude. I can't believe you. But now with that recoil, I might be able to use Sludge Bomb and take you out and whatnot. So yeah, we've basically been exploring around the whole island over here, seeing what's going on and whatnot. It has been a great many months since our main game Platinum playthrough, so I still feel everything slowly coming back to me bit by bit here, with the intention to go ahead and finish off this game like properly, post-game included, before the Diamond and Pearl remasters release later this year. So that then I have Pokemon Platinum to like directly compare to that. I guess I'll switch Pokemon. I don't have any fire types, unfortunately. I guess we'll do this, how about? So yeah, the main reason that we started the Pokemon Platinum playthrough way earlier this year was as a comparison's sake to the Diamond and Pearl remasters when they come out. So once they come out, I will have recently played Pokemon Platinum. I can be like, okay, how much has really changed? How much is just the same as the original? So that was the reason for starting. But then as I started getting into it, I actually started having a lot of fun and whatnot. I've been having a lot of fun with a lot of parts of this, but I've also been noticing like how much stuff could be better since then. Since, you know, there are some games that I have that I go back and play from time to time that I really enjoyed in the past. Like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is a really good example of that. I go back and play Pokemon Mystery Dungeons all the time. But I've never gone back and played an older, like, main series Pokemon game. Youch, I don't think. Like, I've dumped insane amounts of hours into them in the past, but it's been crazy coming back to this and just remembering being like, oh yeah, these are things that could be so much better. Or remembering other things that I loved so much. Other things that maybe could have been improved. But generally, it's been a good time. There's a lot of weird things about this game that I didn't even remember. That might not have even realized in the first place. Like the fact that apparently in Generation 4, Rotom, when you put it into appliances, stays Electric Ghost. Its type doesn't change with the appliance it goes into like later generations. So that's something really weird about, you know, Rotom's first time that you could go into appliances. So that's weird. But people, nature, Pokemon, harmony is essential. But yeah, steps when I have through a doorway. Why, hello, is this a reference to something? How are you doing today, Mortis? Are you getting all worn out from all the running you've done? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a wee bit there. You're challenged by Pokemon Ranger Kyler and Pokemon Ranger Krista. Execute and Lairon. Look at them eggs. That one on the right looks so done. It's just like, ugh. I didn't want to come here. I just got dragged into this. This is what that one egg on the right looks kind of like. So I guess we'll do this, I suppose, is what we shall do. That is my plan. That is what is going on here. Good old Lairon, gonna take a lot of damage. It should be enough to take you out. But yeah, you're good as our reference. Just want to have a weird entrance. Gotcha. Just one of those kinds of days. I'm now realizing, I looked over at OBS and saw my camera. My back blue lights are off. Why is that? Dang it. For whatever reason, this remote must have a similar signal to that one. So sometimes it makes those lights glitch out. And the only way to fix it is by putting this into auto mode and then putting it back into a solid color. Which, speaking of, we could always go with like a different color than we usually go with just for the sake of things. Ignore my stack of like binders and stuff over here. It's all work stuff. My goodness, I got binders all over the place, and now there's ones over there. We could go with like purple to change things up today. Maybe have a little bit of a different atmosphere than we do 99% of the time and stuff. That's what we could do. Something I have thought about doing in the past is like have a different room light coloration for like each playthrough depending on the colors of the game. Is something that I've thought about doing. But we shall see. Let's go ahead and do this, how about? Man, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to go and do that, man? Yeah, you protected yourself. I know. Oh, does ground resist poison? I didn't know that. I thought it'd be like neutral effectiveness. Is what I thought would probably happen. You not take any recoil damage from Double Edge? Did he not? Every time I see Sandstorm, I'm just gonna think about that time that we got the Acid Rain glitch to happen way earlier in the playthrough. All right, here we go. We can go ahead and do that this time. This is what we shall do. I still can't believe that Acid Rain glitch happened. My goodness gracious. But yeah, so it seems like we do have a decent bit to go through left in Pokemon Platinum when it comes to post-game stuff, since we plan on like covering the whole island here, covering the different buildings in the Battle Frontier, probably catching all the legendaries that we can, including the event ones. I would like to showcase the Cute Charm glitch at some point because I've never tried it before, and it's something cool to showcase about Gen 4. When it comes to glitches and that. An Empoleon, huh? An Empoleon, you say? Well, this'll be super effective because you're part Steel type, you noble-looking penguin over here. And then hopefully Akira will take out Marowak, but we'll see. We shall see what happens. It's super fun. I'm just now realizing I should have had Malos be sent out to just spam Earthquake. Because Akira wouldn't take any damage from that anyway. Dang it, missed opportunities. Very much missed opportunities. I am such big sad. What the hell? That was not a whole lot of damage, was it now? Ow. Mean. So very mean. Iowa. Sure, a random Confused Ray or Sphere should be able to finish you off, probably. But yeah, so in some other news with stuff going on here, as I was mentioning at the beginning of this stream, my new screens are done. And I really, really like how they turned out here. For reference, the old versions of these was like this. And that was my old desk setup and an old drawing that I did. And doesn't quite have the same level of detail and stuff. I try to focus more on some more details here, like for example my hat being run down a little bit with age and whatnot. So I kind of like how things have turned out here, and well, I'm looking forward to using these screens into the future. It was only finished like yesterday. Those screens took a whole lot of work, but it's done now. So okay, I'm gonna go back to the Pokemon Center real quick. Like, could restore Akira's HP normally, but I can also get back my move uses too. If we actually go to the Pokemon Center, is what we do. In some other news, very soon coming up is going to be a freaking at least $300 Smash tournament on this channel. It might be more depending on where Fragapalooza decides to like use all the sponsor funds and whatnot. Because Fragapalooza is usually like a local LAN gaming thing around here in my area. But it's had to go online with COVID last year, and it seems like they're being online again this year to be safe, so it'll probably be in person again starting next year. And in 2020, I got to host their Smash tournament, and it seems like that's going to be the same thing here in 2021. Whoop. That freaking sign there. So how would I get up here, huh? Aha! High skill Vidya Jamin out here. Very much high skill Vidya Jamin. Oh yeah, the water does glitch out a little, but you're going to win. That's the future I saw. Well, we shall see about that. But yeah, hello, Donoraju Tech. You're so excited to see that tournament. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it as well. The one that I hosted for Fragapalooza last year for 2020 was a, oh, I should switch out here, was a $200 prize pool tournament. This year it's going to be at least $300, but they've told me that they might up it depending on like, because they were figuring out exactly where, you know, all the sponsorship kind of prize stuff is going to go, because all the prizes in Fragapalooza is supplied by sponsorships and whatnot, typically. Almost all the prizes, usually. Future Sight? You've seen the future. How about you don't do that? So, there's usually a lot of tournaments that go on with Frag. Like, I went for the first year in 2019, and there was even things like a freaking paper airplane tournament, for example. They'd have all kinds of wacky tournaments when it's there in person, like all throughout the 4-day event. But this year with online, it seems like it's going to be a lot simpler. It's mostly going to be like people playing games as like part of the schedule online and whatnot. And the only like actual tournaments with prizes, it seems like, are going to be Smash Bros that I'm hosting, and I believe the other one is COD. I think. I might have to double check that, but it's some shooter if it's not COD. It'd be like CSGO or something like that if it's not COD, but it's something like that is the other one. And I think those are the only two main ones going on this time. Would Future Sight hit me if I'm in the air? I wonder. Would it now? I'm curious. I am curious about that. So we'll see how it goes. So they have like a whole schedule for the 4-day event. So I have the Smash tournament, and one of the things that I wound up getting slotted in for like, you know, filling other time slots is the following day on Friday. I believe it's on the Friday. I'll be doing a thing with Mario Golf. That won't be like a tournament or anything like that, but anybody that wants to join in with Mario Golf can join in with Mario Golf. Is Future Sight gonna hit me? Does it even hit this turn, or is it the next one? I'm curious. Was Gallade is buffeted by the sandstorm. Took the Future Sight attack, but it failed. Okay, so flying, you can dodge Future Sight. Cool. That's actually really neat. But yeah, I'll probably be hopping into it at least with Anima. I mean, worst case scenario, if nobody else joins in, then we'll just be doing like some Mario Golf multiplayer gameplay for funsies as part of like frag stuff and whatnot. So yeah, it seems like there's going to be a whole bunch of different games that they're doing multiplayer wise throughout it that I'll probably join into a whole bunch. We shall see how things work. This chair is getting squeaky. But yeah, Mario Golf would be funny to see. I had fun with like the main game, but all I've done was single player so far. With one of the mods around here, Anima, I've been planning on doing a multiplayer session with her for a good while. That just looked like a spot there'd be a hidden item. And I guessed right. Would there be one over here as well? Maybe. So we've been wanting to freaking 1v1 one another with Mario Golf stuff for a good while now. If other people join in, then hey, other people join in. But worst case scenario, it's at least like a 2-player kind of meme fest of Mario Golf yelling at one another and freaking being mad and throwing controllers. Not throwing controllers. That badge is from Sunny Shores Gym. We've been to that port town and what would you lend an ear to this old man's tale? Okay. Barely seen any Mario Golf things. Would love to see it. I've quite enjoyed the new, like, I played the single player kind of story mode in the new Mario Golf on the Switch, and it was interesting. But, well, interesting for a golf game, I guess I should say. We played as Professor Oak, since you had to play as a Mii character, so we got good old Professor... No, I shouldn't burden you with this. My grandson grew up in that city by the sea. Worn down by trying to live up to his parents' expectations, he found refuge in tinkering with machines. I wonder even now if I should have taken him in and raised him myself. Though I'm not certain if that would have been a good choice or not. I don't think anyone could say. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said any of this to you. Well, there's that little bit of lore for somebody who tinkers with machines in Sunny Shore, I guess. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I might see about doing like some other events for Frag as well. Like I might do things that anybody can hop into, like Pokemon Unite, for example. That might just be a thing I do on my own. Maybe they'd add it to the actual Frag timetable. Who knows? I could propose it to them at like the final Frag meeting before things going on there. Professor Oak golfing is so funny. It's his golden years. He retired as a Pokemon professor, and he does what all old people do when they retire: golf. Every single old person out there, where they retire, they play golf. That's the rule. That's how it works. So Professor Oak in his retirement started golfing is what happened. So when we do stuff with that with Frag, it'll either be as Professor Oak or Waluigi. Waluigi's the lanky-legged hero that everybody needs after all, you know? So there's that. Your quest for power has brought you here. Very well. Let me reward your passion with some absolutely astounding moves. They're the ultimate moves. Shall I teach them to your Pokemon? These are like the things like Frenzy Plant, right? If I select someone else. A Pokemon can't learn a move. Read the poster. It is the starters, right? Ultimate moves may be taught. Blazing Fire Pokemon. Yeah, so it's just starters. It seems like. Okay. Yeah, so that's the whole, like, Frenzy Plant, and I forget the other ones, because I always went with freaking Turtwig back in the day for my starter. Up we go. There's gotta be a hidden item, like, right here. Like, right here. Like, right... No? Weird. Weird. I'm genuinely surprised about that. But yeah, it should be an interesting time. Please don't hold anything back. I know that the only, like, there's probably only gonna be, like, those two major kind of prize tournaments of, like, Smash, and I believe the other one was COD, as I was saying. I know that there are going to be like some other kind of semi-competitive meme events. Like, my cousin does stuff with Fragapalooza, and that's how I found out about it in the first place, was he was telling me in 2019 that I should come for the first time, and I came for the first time in 2019. He's apparently doing like a 3D printing tournament speedrun thing. I don't know the details or exactly how it's going to work, but he's apparently hosting a whole 3D printing contest of sorts. Somehow. I don't know what that's gonna entail or how it's gonna work, but that's apparently a thing that's gonna be going on. Gosh darn it. I'm just gonna switch out here. Screw it. Is what I'll do. My goodness. I can switch into Lucario because there's no way you use a ground type move this turn, because that would do no damage to a flying type. Definitely gotta watch that. I don't even know how it's gonna... if it's gonna be like streamed or whatnot. I think when we were talking about it, he was saying like people might just have to send in like videos of them 3D printing it, like their measured times. So you just have to go by like honor rules that no one like, you know, sped up the video or something like that. But yeah, let's see here. I don't understand what's being said there. I'm not quite 100% certain, quite frankly, I'm sorry to say. But yeah, so I don't know if it'd be I don't think it'd be part of like the stream. I think it's just like a side event that people send in videos to, and maybe there'd be a video after the fact. Maybe it'd be posted on Frag's actual official YouTube channel. I don't even know how much they freaking used the YouTube channel last year. I know that when it came to 2019, the in-person thingamabob, they posted a whole bunch of like the tournaments and stuff there after the fact since it was streamed. I don't know how much was posted with events with Frag 2020. Like the Fragapalooza freaking Smash tournament from last year, that's on my channel. It's not even on the official Frag channel. It's on freaking my channel because that is what happened essentially. So it's an online event this year. It's usually like a local LAN gaming event is what it's usually like. I can find a thing from 2019 since they did have the tournaments from 2019 there. So usually it would go on in this rec center where like it's online last year and this year because of COVID, so anybody can join no matter where they are because of online shenanigans. But usually it'd be in this rec center with just like rows and rows and rows of hundreds of people with their freaking gaming setups set up there and all playing games with one another. Let's see here. Fragapalooza 2019 Smash. I'll just look up on YouTube is what I'll do. There's freaking my video talking about the event, and then there's the official Frag ones here. Yeah, let's go ahead and see the doubles tournament thingamabob, for example. I'll drag that onto this screen here like that, and then I'm gonna need to do like my full display capture one, which is that. Gosh darn it, no, it doesn't work properly. I'm gonna have to go to a layout like this, and then I'm gonna pause the emulation real quick so we don't listen to that. And then I need to turn on display capture here like that. Okay, so this was what it was in 2019. Like the last time until now that it was in person, essentially. And this was the first year that I went. Does it show the crowd here a whole lot? So this was like the 2v2 tournament is what this was. There's not the best shot of like the whole rec center, but this is essentially like a whole gym area with just like rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of people there ready to game. Look, there's me with the exact same hat as back then, along with my doubles partner and whatnot. Can probably see the venue a little bit better by the end here, most likely. So this whole thing went on in like, yeah, you could better see the rec center here. So this is usually what it would be, is there's like the entrance over there, and this is the first year that I came. My cousin was like, hey, there's Smash Bros. You should come and like play in the Smash tournaments and stuff. And I came and played in the Smash tournaments and stuff. And so it's literally just like hundreds and hundreds of gaming setups all in like these crazy rows. Everyone's super compact. A lot of people spend the nights there. I wound up going like home in between days that it was going on. And my cousin and his 2 kids were staying there overnight, so I just let them watch over my stuff to keep it safe and whatnot. But apparently a lot of people just bring sleeping stuff, and they just like set up like in their chair and just fall asleep there for gaming the next morning is what it is. Maybe the next time it's in person, which will probably be next year, maybe I'll consider doing that. It seems like an interesting kind of thing to do. I don't even think I came there like all 4 of the days. I came there on the days for like the 2 Smash tournaments and one more day. I don't think I came all 4 days. And the 2 commentators who I met here were like, what? So you just show up, win both the Smash tournaments and leave just like that? And I was like, I guess so. But yeah. Yeah, I guess it's not for everybody. A lot of people would go home or to like a nearby hotel or something like that in between days. But some people would just stay there overnight, including my cousin and his 2 kids. So they were able to keep an eye on my stuff. And it does seem like, you know, there is decent enough security and whatnot. Anything that you take out, when you're going in on anything valuable, you can put on a sticker along with like an ID to mark it as like, that's yours. So if anybody tries to take out like an expensive monitor or microphone or PC gaming thingamabob like that, and they have a sticker that isn't theirs, then it's like, okay, you can't have that because you're stealing. I still have a sticker on my Switch. My ID number is completely faded out, but they just have like NVIDIA stickers. So my freaking Nintendo Switch still has a NVIDIA sticker on the back from that. Let's put it back in the dock. And there's one on the back of my microphone too, I think. So it does seem like it's like they do keep an eye on things, like having people at the front to like check that and whatnot and keep things in check, luckily. So there wasn't too much worry about, you know, things being stolen and whatnot, I guess. But it was an interesting thing. But then because of freaking COVID, why am I forgetting names sometimes? Because of COVID, it had to go online. And after meeting some of the staff through this event coming for the first time in 2019, one thing led to another, and I wound up hosting the 2020 tournament. So if I go to Smash Ultimate Crew Battles compilations and commentary here on YouTube, so I don't even think it's on the official Frag channel, but I have it here. Yeah, Fragapalooza 2020. All this stuff that's just here. So, like, I had fun commentating and hosting this event online. Last year it was I designed these freaking Smash layouts that I have in the first place for this event. And we had a really, really good Meta Knight and Ridley player in there in the finals last year. Urmashi and Nair played freaking extraordinarily well. My layouts here have changed a little bit since then. They're a lot more colorful now. Like, if I go to my stream deck here, and I go to stage list, I made it a little bit more colorful since then, and oh, there's VGLS Jailbreak 7 at the top right, because that was the most recent tournament that I did. So it's become a little bit more colorful since then, that I'm looking forward to trying out. It was a lot more like bland single color thing back then, so I look forward to trying that out and whatnot. But yeah, it was a fun time, and this Thursday will be the one for 2021 with an even bigger prize pool because there's less tournaments going on this year, it seems like. Let's go back to Pokemon Platinum here and play. So yeah, I am looking forward to hosting it again. Last year it was a $200 prize pool. This year it's at least $300 apparently. So it's probably going to be the biggest Smash tournament I'll ever be able to host online, most likely. So I'm gonna try my best, you know, not to screw things up basically. And we'll see. Gosh darn you, Gastrodon! So we'll see how it goes and whatnot. And who knows? I assume that it's gonna be in person again next year. Who knows? Maybe with future years in person, maybe I'd be helping out with stuff there locally. I've never done Smash commentary behind something other than my own desk before, apart from like one event very briefly that doesn't really count. So maybe that would be my first time doing that, I guess. You'll do great. I appreciate the kind words there. So we shall see how it goes. We shall see how things go. We'll see what the turnout is. Last year we had a kind of big problem where in the tournament last year, 280 people registered in the tournament, and about half of them apparently DQ'd by not showing up because there was apparently some other major tournament going on like the same day, and people wanted to play in that instead, I guess. I don't think this one is gonna be on the same day as some other major tournament, hopefully, but I assume that it was because of like the prize pool and whatnot that all of a sudden there was a bazillion competitive players from far and wide that were coming in to play in that tournament. Like what I found in the 2019 tournament when I went is it seemed very, very casual is what it was like, because I think I was the only person that went to Frag just because of the Smash tournaments in 2019. Everyone else, it seemed like, hey, I'm at Frag anyway, may as well play in the Smash tournament because I like playing Smash, is the impression that I got from pretty much everybody else in the tournament. I think I was the only person that came to play competitive Smash. So it was very casual there. A lot of people joining in just to have fun, do some button mashing if they want to. Some of them, there were still some very solid players there. But the majority of people, it seemed, was very casual in 2019. And then 2020, because it was online, anybody could join completely for free. Like, since Frag is usually like a paid thing to get into to reserve a seat and, you know, cover some of the costs of prizes and like the setups and all that, all the freaking crazy stuff and whatnot. Since it was free and there was a big prize pool last year, freaking competitive players were coming from far and wide, and then a lot of them just like didn't show up was the thing by the time it rolled around. I think the total number of entrants right before it started last year was like 284 when I was checking to like double check the rule set like earlier this week, and most of them didn't even play because apparently there was some other tournament going on that day. So hopefully that doesn't happen this year. We shall see. Yeah, it was like a wall of DQs. It was a little bit of a mess, and it was also a little bit of a mess because the only people managing the entire event of close to 300 potential people was me, my co-commentator, and one fellow like Frag staff member. It was literally a team of, oh come on! Oh, because of Endure. But wait, the sandstorm's gonna take you out, right? So it was literally a team of 3, essentially, managing potentially close to 300 people, and it was a mess. We had a lot of bumps along the road, especially when people needed like lag testers and were like, I need a mod here to check out the situation, and we didn't have people, and But this year it seems like we might actually get some lag testers, it seems like. So things might be a bit more easygoing this year, Because, I mean, last year was also the first time Frag had been online. This year it's going to be the second time, so maybe people will be a bit more used to it by now, and it seems like I may be able to actually enlist some help this year. doing lag testing and whatnot. So, hopefully it'll go smoother. Fingers crossed. Oh, come on! So, we shall see. Cross chop. That's the name of freaking Incineroar's up B in Smash. And whatnot. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, essentially. We shall see. There's no way the Sandstorm takes you out all the way there, right? Dang it, man. Dang it. But yeah, I'm not 100% certain where everybody that freaking registered last year came from. Like, it couldn't have just been from, like, my own connections and Frag connections. It might have been spread across Smash GG a decent bit. Black Belt Davon. That, or at the time, I would regularly commentate in a series of tournaments called Dollhouse. I don't know if they're still going on. I kind of eventually started drifting away a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I think I checked recently. I don't think Dollhouse is going on anymore. I'm not 100% certain. But I know that there's a lot of competitive players that went around Dollhouse during the time that I was there. And they would be very into that, since it was a weekly set of like free to enter and like paid weekly tournaments. So it's a thing that a lot of competitive players would be around. So because I advertised in that Discord server, maybe that's where a lot of people came from, or maybe it was just from general like word of mouth with it's spreading on Smash GG. But yeah, how good am I at Smash? I'm not a competitive player. I've thought about becoming a competitive player. In fact, it was in 2019 that I decided, like, hey, let's try out competitive and see what it's like. And just see if it's something that I like. And that's why I decided to go to like Fragapalooza for the first time. I was like, okay, I'll play in my first ever Smash tournaments with the singles and doubles tournament there. And I won them both, but again, as I was mentioning earlier, it was a lot more casual than I thought it would be. I was a little bit salty because the site advertised the singles for 2019 as like a 1v1 competitive event. And then when I got there, when they started up, they were like, okay, six player free-for-all, all items on, random stages, the last 3 standing, move on to the next round. So it wasn't at all the freaking singles competitive thing I thought it was going to be at all. I think every single game in that tournament, I freaking was the last one standing and had the most kills, I think. I might have had like the second, no, I did have the most kills in the freaking grand finals. In the grand finals, my controller literally, I don't want to be a John that's like, oh, my controller broke. But it's funny, my controller actually did break in the grand finals of that thing. Because at Frag in 2019, they didn't allow people to plug in like their own GameCube controllers or use their own controllers at all. They had these like, they made everybody use these like super cheapo third-party kind of plugged-in pro controller kind of things, and you weren't even allowed to like set custom controls until me and my doubles partner convinced them to set custom controls for the doubles tournament the next day. But you at least couldn't in the first tournament. And for whatever reason on those pro controllers, here's a regular pro controller. For whatever reason on those like janky cheapo pro controllers, right here, right underneath the right stick, was this little red button that's apparently a programming button, which are usually banned in tournaments, but they had us use like as a requirement for their preset thingamabobs. And I hit my C stick at one point, and I apparently hit that programming button and it locked in my currently side B input, and or just locked in B inputs to spam in general. And I was playing Charizard at the time, so I freaking flare blitzed off and killed myself, and then I respawned as Squirtle, and Squirtle just started spamming water gun, like, and none of my buttons did anything. So I held my controller up in the air, and I was like, my buttons aren't doing anything. It's literally broken here. And they had to pause the game, and the announcer had to come and take my controller and turn off the programming button and hand it back to me, and he told me that's a programming button, don't hit it again. So I lost a stock at those freaking super casual grand finals free-for-all to a programming button was the thing. So if anybody ever goes back to watch the VOD of the 2019 free-for-all Smash stuff on YouTube from Frag, they'll just find this moment where I flare blitz as Charizard and kill myself, come back as Squirtle spamming water gun, and then the game pauses briefly, and that's the reason why. So That's the... Oh, crap. Okay, good. I can't get back up there again. But then the tournament the next day, the doubles, was a little bit more competitive. It wasn't like a full competitive kind of rule set. Like, for example, the stages was just Battlefield. Like, you couldn't do stages other than Battlefield. It was items off, like... I think Team Attack was off also for another way that made it a bit more casual and made us very worried about spamming doubles teams, but luckily there weren't a whole lot of those. I wound up taking that one, and my doubles partner in that doesn't actually even own a Switch or Smash Ultimate, but he played a bit of competitive Melee back in the day, so he was still like pretty decently good at Smash Ultimate, and we were able to take that. So when it comes to how good I am at Smash, I guess I can say that I won my first 2 Smash tournaments I ever played, and I guess, but again, they were much more casual than I expected. I have done some more competitive ones online, typically with a Smash crew that I help out with, VGLS. A couple of years ago, one of my mods at the time, Haunt, goes by Spirit nowadays, a member of VGLS, reached out to me, and he was like, hey, our competitive Smash crew, VGLS, could use a streamer for some of our events. Would you be down for that? And I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And one thing led to another, and I got roped into, the past couple of years here and there. I've been here and there streaming events for VGLS since then. So, you know, I've made a lot of competitive Smash player friendos through that. And sometimes we'll host some of their tournaments. I have played in some of their tournaments as well. Usually I'm hosting and like commentating rather than playing, but sometimes I'll play in them. And sometimes I'll play some of the players from VGLS. They're probably still generally better than me at the day, but I put up a good fight and hold my own, and I feel like confident that I can do well in Smash and whatnot. Well enough. Like, I've even considered the idea of joining the crew before, but I feel like if I pursued like competitive Smash and like being part of a crew and whatnot, then it might take away from like my time that I'd otherwise have to like stream and make videos and stuff like that I do for my channel. So maybe the day will come that I might want to take a little bit of a break from content creation and just spend like a month or 2 being like a competitive Smash player instead. I've thought about it, but I don't know, it might not be for a while. Might be an interesting excuse for a break from regular content creation, maybe. But, so I'm not a super competitive kind of player. I've only played in like those few kind of tournaments and like some online things that I usually don't go super far in. But I generally like to think that I'm pretty alrighty. One of the series that we've recently rebooted on YouTube is called Creators Collide, where every single episode hops into games with or against another content creator. And one of my recent sessions I did Smash against YouTuber, a remixer known as Snivies, who makes some of the most chill and relaxing stuff that I listen to on YouTube. His remixes are hella good. So he asked for his episode of Creators Collide, which hasn't been published yet. It'll probably be published sometime around mid-August-ish, something like that with my current upload schedule. He requested Smash, and so I went in to play Smash against him. And, well, let's just say that things might have gotten to, the arena might have said Harmonia has reached 20 wins in a row, and Snivies got mad at me saying, "You didn't tell me you were good at Smash?" Let's put it that way. So, I'm decent at it. The best Smash player I know is one of the mods who may be lurking here still. I don't know if he's still listening. That freaking Carvia 4 nerd who plays Pikachu. I can beat him maybe 1 in 10 times if I'm playing well enough, maybe. Maybe that might even be too generous. He's a freaking god tier Pikachu player. I don't know if there's... I know that Twitch like deletes VODs after a little while, and it's been a little while since his last stream in a stream. But times that he streams and times that I play against him on his stream, my freaking matches versus him are like the best freaking examples of seeing how good am I at Smash by games against him. And he's probably usually still gonna freaking 3-stock me, and all the freaking players of VGLS, the Smash crew that I help out with, they fear him. They are so afraid of Carvia. And one of the main leaders of VGLS, Sate Jam, keeps on trying to recruit Carvia, and she's like, when are we gonna get that Carvia nerd in the crew already? And it was funny, semi-recently there was a mock crew battle against another crew, so like a just for fun crew battle, where it's like, official rules that aren't gonna matter too much, is just for fun and practice and whatnot. And they needed another player in VGLS, so freaking Carvia went in, and Sate was like, yes, finally got Carvia into VGLS. So there was that, and that was pretty funny. But But yeah, so there's that whole situation. I like to think that I'm like pretty good at Smash, but from like an actual hard competitive kind of standpoint, I might not be. Why is my scarf like all tangled here at the bottom? What the heck is going on there? My scarf is all like knotted and stuff there. Like, where is the I could load up the project of, hold on, if I turn off display capture here temporarily. So that's what I see on my screen, essentially. Hold on. If I open recent projects, let's see here. Let's go to my Creators Collide folder and then to my Snivies folder and stuff there. But yeah, we're playing SMBU online with Corrin as a main, and you went in VIP. I don't know what VIP means, but as a Greninja who is playing. Wait, what? Lost your Corrin. Wait, what? Is this I don't know what SMBU online is. I guess that might be some sort of a community there and whatnot. I know that there are like specific communities to go to you know, pursue competitive kind of stuff. Like I've heard about some of those Discord servers and whatnot, but it's not anything that I've ever sought out myself. I guess we can go back to this layout while I'm gonna load up this so just SSBU is all that is. But I don't know what you mean by like VIP. Oh, unless you mean like Elite Smash. I hate the way Elite Smash works. Yeah, so Elite Smash there. I've been debating about doing a video essay before on why I think that GSP and Elite Smash is like the stupidest thing ever, is the thing. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, I've one of my videos on my YouTube channel is getting my Jigglypuff into Elite Smash, and it was the most freaking painful thing. Because like, on paper, it sounds like it's not a bad idea. You win, you gain rank, you lose rank. And then it matches you with people that are, like, of your same rank and whatnot. Like, on paper, it sounds like a good system, you know? But when you have, like, a clear goal for people to want to get towards, like, Elite Smash, where it's like, this is what you want to achieve with all your players, and you, hit all Greninja Smash, oh no, then your players are gonna want to reach that, you know? And with the GSP system, hey look, here's the project. With a GSP system, with the way that they have it, is the more and more you play with that character, the less and less your GSP is going to change with every win and loss. So like, if you spend like 10 games with that character now a win will give you like freaking 30k GSP instead of like, I don't know, 200k GSP, something like that. Maybe not something quite like that. But the more you play with a character, the less and less your GSP is going to change with like every win and loss is the thing. So like if your character is one win away from getting into Elite Smash and then you lose, then you could just be like irreparably stuck in the ringer of like never being able to get back up there again. And it's harder and harder to get up there. And it's like the most frustrating thing and I hate it so much. But yeah, when it comes to playing Smash, I could go ahead and pause this for a hot second. So I've been working on a whole bunch of episodes of Creators Collide. This one is like mostly done. It's like right to the end. I just need to make like an outro and stuff, and it'll be posted like 2 weeks from now. Yeah, my current upload schedule is next week is going to be Nuzlocke's episode upload where we played Minecraft against one another. We did like a bingo race. We tried to complete bingo cards against one another in like a speedrun race. And then after that is going to be the Snivies episode and whatnot. And I've been having some fun editing this. I main Pokemon trainer in Smash, and I like to think that I can play creatively and do some spicy things. I think that's probably gonna be the intro because it cracks me up like crazy. Snivies is gonna hate me seeing that as the intro and a whole bunch of stuff. We freaking I love that you can do that with Squirtle if Ike recovers high. But so yeah, there was this whole session here. I don't know where specific clips would be, but I was doing a whole lot of stuff against him that he wasn't expecting. And do I know where any specific clips would be? Like, a lot of this is the whole Creators Collide script of like talking about his content and what he does and yada yada. At the very end, he he basically said, "We go until I win one," and he eventually won one, and that's gonna be like where the video ends and whatnot. I assume that's the, like the long sequence here is like the one where he won one at the end and so on. I tried doing Pikachu things briefly. Where are freaking... I don't know where any specific Pokemon trainer clips would even be here. But I know that, like, where was the one where I smackarooed him through the stage? Where was the thing there? That was Incineroar things. What? Stop playing Smash Bros. Because you're Elite Smash with Corrin, but Greninja just slapped you in 3 out of Elite. I hate Elite so much. I have, like, 20-something characters in Elite Smash, and it was painful to get there. Where's the one where I smacked him through the stage? I might not be able to find anything here all that easily, but I do like to think that I know my way around Smash a decent bit. Like I'm bad at Mystic Grab there.
You know what, guys?
I do like to think that I can do things in Smash when possible. And Snivers was not very happy with it.
Cool
Funnily enough.
Anyone know?
Whoa. And I got smackarooed there. But yeah, so this will be a thing coming out in the future.
Good. See, why do you
So I like to think that I can do some things.
know that? Why do you know that?
I love Snivers' reaction to like my roll read. See, why do you know that? Why do you know that? Ow. You know? I picked that up from Carvia doing it to me. Flash before my eyes.
Good.
That's what that is. I love Squirtle lock setups.
See, why do you know that? Why do you know that?
And Snivys there is just so done. It's like, why do you know that? He kind of regretted his decision to choose Smash as the freaking game that we did for the episode. And it cracked me up. It kind of cracked me up. At some point in like the episode that we were recording there, he was like, next time we're doing Mario Party. So maybe, I know that there's a new Mario Party game coming out later this year. That's like a weird mishmash of stuff from older Mario Party games. So maybe once that game is out, I'll reach out to Snivys again and be like, hey, are you still down to like rematch me at Mario Party? So it was funny in that episode, he was saying like to direct the viewers when that episode is out in a couple weeks time. Like, I promise I'm not this bad at video games. Like, I promise this isn't how things would normally go. Next time we're doing Mario Party. Other video games is a different story. But I didn't know how good he was at Smash. He didn't know how good I was at Smash. I practiced the night before training against Carvia before playing Snivys the following day because I didn't know how good he was gonna be, and I wanted to like anticipate, you know, the freaking scenario that he's gonna absolutely annihilate me. So I freaking trained for several hours with my mod Carvia like the night before in preparation. And there's that. So there's my Smash stories with like time in Smash, this tournament coming up and whatnot, and like my own experience with Smash. So, you know, I'm not like a pro competitive player, but I like to think that I know a thing or two about the game at least. But yeah.